What the hell? What happened? Where the hell did 2016 go? What is up, everybody? So I always see these videos that are like 21 things I learned at 21 or blah blah blah. But I feel like I was left off that gravy train. Is that an expression? Whatever. So I thought it'd be cool to do 16 things I learned in 2016. So this has been a weird year for me. It's had a lot of contrasting emotions. Like I've had lots of ups and downs, and I actually think this year was really good, even though when I think about some of the stuff that's happened, it was like not too great. Different perspective. I choose to have a positive attitude, and so I'm happy about 2016, even if it kind of sucked. So one of the major things I learned this year is dealing with loss, which is fairly depressing, but like, hang on. I'm gonna like break this down into subcategories. So the first thing I learned was loss, and subcategory is losing a close friend.
Hold up.
And that super sucks. I like to cut ties. I like to disappear. And what I've realized is I really care for this person and I will always love them. That is okay. And you don't have to completely decide that you dislike this person or that they're dead to you, to be very dramatic, but like, you know. So point 3, because I've lost a couple of friends along the way, and I feel like this just happens when you get older, like you just lose contact and you get to be more picky with who you want in your life, and I've found new people. So if you know me or you follow me on like Instagram or Snapchat or anything, you'll know that this summer was all about cars. All about them cars. So I dove deep into the car community. Like, I'm down. I met lots of cool people that are so chill. It's just a nice community. So the 4th thing I had to deal with is actually really depressing. One of my friends passed away, and it was the first time I had to deal with someone my age that I knew passing away, and it hit me really hard. And I think it kind of gave me a huge reality check where I realized that I am going to die one day. Like, I don't ever think about it, and it kind of forced me to be like, dude, you could die. Like, now. It has affected me more than I thought it would. Like, I signed up to be an organ donor. I know I shouldn't be doing this stuff at like 21, but I'm like arranging my afterlife because I want to know that my body is going to be useful. This is just what I believe. I believe in science, and I believe that there's not enough bodies to do research or transplant. And I feel like if we thought about this sooner, we could save a lot of lives. We could do a lot of good. So makes me think about death, but in like a positive way. Oh god. The 5th thing I learned is that I had an extreme loss in humanity. Trump? Need I say more? At first I was super angry, and then I kind of switched. Like, I'm not supporting Trump now, but I switched perspectives and I was like, you know what, this is not about me. I don't fully understand what this means because it won't impact me the same way. This is about people of color, minorities, immigrants, LGBTQ community, and women. Like, this is going to make being a woman harder than it already is. I kind of stopped feeling hate. I stopped feeling angry, and I just knew I had to do something to support the groups in US that it's going to affect the most. And I think that just really taught me that anger is not going to do anything. Like, being angry doesn't do anything. Like, I can sit in my room on my laptop and be pissed off, but that's not going to help these people. So instead of just being angry in general, like about anything, instead of just being angry, be proactive, because sitting around and being pissed off doesn't do anything. Go outside and get shit done. On a lighter note, the 6th thing I learned is how to take care of my plants. So I have, I think 16? Wait. I have 13 plants in my room, and I've had all of them for a while now, and they're all still alive. They're all doing well. I'm happy. The 7th thing I learned is to thrift. So you know the pyramid of Maslow's hierarchy of needs? There's a pyramid for minimalists. And I've been kind of following that this past year, and I found that that's really important, and I didn't realize how important that was before. I thought it was just like cool to thrift. I actually realized that what I'm doing is just so good. Like, I'm the best. So the 8th thing I actually learned, which is probably really stupid, and I don't know if it's like just something some people do, I would always censor my playlist. And what I mean by that is I would only listen to music that I like thought I should be listening to. I would only put music on my phone and listen to music that I would want to represent me as a person. But I totally gave up on that because now that I drive, I'm like usually in traffic, and I realize when I listen to music that is censored for others, I don't have fun singing to it. If I can't jam, what's the point? So I never listened to music like that I did not like. It's just that I would only listen to like that kind of music. I'll give you an example. So this is the music that I wanted to represent me. And this is the music that I actually listen to. Yeah, and I didn't really want people to like know that. Number nine is probably that I learned that some people are just not gonna like what you do. I paint. I'm a painter. Important people in my life don't always like what I create, and I had to learn that obviously their opinions are very important to me, so it obviously affects you, but if you like it and if it's just how you express yourself, then if they don't like it, that's okay. The 10th thing I learned is to watch documentaries. I've always been super interested in documentaries. I always watched them when they were on TV when I was little. They were mainly like paranormal documentaries, and I'm still super into paranormal documentaries, but I realized I've been more into, I'm gonna categorize it as mental illness, like sociopaths, psychopaths, serial killers, asylums. I am kind of going into that line of work. I'm not gonna become a serial killer. I just mean like I'm gonna work with the mentally ill. The 11th thing I learned is how to do my eyebrows. It took me 21 years to figure out how to do my eyebrows. The 12th thing I learned is to accept my long distance relationship. I'm getting my life started right now. Like, I am on a really direct path to my future employment and my future life. I've kind of realized that I am actually really thankful I'm in a long distance relationship because, and I'm sure he and I would be able to figure this out if we were in person too, but it has forced me to be independent, and it has given me the opportunity to go off and do my own thing and do what I need to do. We just are constantly supporting each other. But yeah, so this is just kind of what I want in life, and it's kind of forced me to just go off and do things. Like, I'm not waiting around for him, he's not waiting around for me. We're gonna end up together at the end of this, but we got stuff to do. The 13th thing I learned is tolerance, and I've realized that I have none. I don't know if this is just because I have an added level of respect for myself. When people wrong me, I'm like, no, I'm not gonna put up with that. I'm not gonna let you treat me like that. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, I've realized that it's a lot more productive. The 14th thing is I learned how to drive manual this year. Well, at least get into first gear. If you want to see that video on AWA channel, I think it's our first video. But yeah, check it out. The 15th thing I learned, which is actually really interesting, is I learned how to go out. I never used to go out, ever. I tried the whole like girls night clubbing, and I sound like I'm hating on that, but I'm not hating on that. It's just really not for me. It made me really uncomfortable. I just didn't know how to behave in a club setting. There's nothing for me to do there. Like, I don't drink, I don't know how to dance, it's too loud, there's too many people, I'm not single, like, there's nothing for me to do. But I learned that I like to go out and get food in the middle of the night with friends and just chill and take pictures of cars. And that's what I did all summer. That's the 16th thing I learned. The big 1-6 is probably the most important thing I've learned all year. I learned how to be proactive. I learned how to do things by myself. I learned how to do things for myself. I have this thing that I'm working on, is that I don't do it because I'm afraid I'm going to fail. But what I've learned is that if you're being proactive, it's okay to fail. Like, you're going to fail along the way. I am very proud of myself. Like, I think I did a really great job this year, and I usually just like chill. Like, I am so lazy. I am so lazy. But most of that is just fear because I don't like to fail. I feel like failure is a weakness, but I've realized that failure is not a thing. Like, you can't fail. You just don't, or you do. And I feel like the don'ts let you do more. I'm super happy because that is one of the biggest things that I am uncomfortable with. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I learned this year. I think I did a good job. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed my 16 things I learned in 2016. What did you guys learn in 2016? That is what I learned. I am super excited for 2017. I'm super excited to learn more. I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye. Bye-bye.
You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys. You don't own me.